Hey, welcome Facebook viewers and all my friends out there. It's time for 11:30 at 11:30. And for any of you who are just joining us for the first time, I'm calling this segment 11:30 at 11:30 because 11 minutes and 30 seconds is the normal length of a segment on my radio show, Change It Up Radio. And actually, Change It Up Radio with Paula, if you're ever searching it or Googling it, and I hope you will. So I just decided, since my brain was already working in that direction, that I would stay with 11 minutes and 30 seconds of some uplifting stories and news to help us all get through the deluge of not so great news that's going on out there right now. Because as we all know, this is a time in history that has never happened before. We are in the middle of a pandemic with the coronavirus or COVID-19, and there are things happening right now that have never happened to us. They've happened on the planet, but never to anybody. Not one person who's alive on the earth right now has ever lived through something like this. We're all in this new thing together. And one of the reasons I decided to do this little segment every day is because I thought, we need to band together. We need to band together and we need to talk about some good news things. We need to talk about things that will uplift us and remind us how great we are as humans, that the human spirit has withstood some of the most heinous things possible over the course of history. And yet here we are. We still love, we still have a sense of humor, we still have those wonderful qualities going for us. And in the stories that I found delightful and so heartwarming today, one I want to share with you is that in the evening, at each night at a certain time, the quarantined people of Spain clap. They open their windows and they clap and they cheer for the healthcare workers, for the first responders, for the people out there right now who really are on the front lines. I just love that story. And you know what I read somewhere too, I wish I could take credit for this, but I hope we'll all do it, that from now on, let's don't just say thank you for your service to our military men and women. Let's say it to the doctors and the nurses and the first responders and the paramedics. Whenever you see these people, even after this pandemic is done, let's say thank you for your service, because they're out there in the most dangerous place every day, risking their health and their safety, while the rest of us get to recede into our home, or retreat into our homes and kind of hang out for safety. No, they're marching on the front lines. So let's remember that amazing story and how much we owe them. What a debt of gratitude. And these are healthcare workers and first responders all over the world. So maybe we should think of a time, like 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, let's all just stand outside and clap and cheer. It's not quite the same as it is in Europe, where there are squares and people are a little more confined, but it's the energy of it. It's the energy of it. If we all just are in that gratitude in that moment, it will make a difference. So let's think about that. How about 6 o'clock tonight? I'm going to do that. I'm going to step outside my front door and I'm just going to clap and cheer. And I hope that I'll hear other people out there somewhere joining me in doing the same thing. And please know, healthcare workers and first responders all over the world, that those claps and those cheers will be for you, because we are so grateful for what you are doing for us. I think one of the things that's tough at a time like this is, we're all out of our routine. I was talking to my assistant this morning, Vanessa Bisson, and she's like, yeah, I've got time. I'm here. And yet one of the things I noticed she did that I really loved is that her children are on a schedule, so they have these online dates that are going on. And I'm going to get the information from her, excuse me, for tomorrow. But one of the characters from the movie Frozen is doing an online reading every day of children's stories. So I'll get that information for you, and we'll also post it on the page. She's got her children listening every day, and you might want to do the same with yours. Also, I think I mentioned to you before, at 5 o'clock every day, my daughter Erin is reading from Harry Potter. And she is amazing. She does every voice. She does perfect accents. You'll love her. If you close your eyes, you'll think you're sitting in a theater. And don't forget, tomorrow night, my nephew, Patrick Gutman, is going to be doing a healing sound bath concert. And that link is on my page here as well. And we will be putting, oh no, what am I saying? Not tomorrow night. That's what I said yesterday. Oh, it's tonight, Tuesday, March 24th, I believe, at 8 o'clock. So be sure you check this page, and I'll post it again a little later in the day. So you can come right here, click on that link, and it'll take you to where the Healing Sound Bath concert will be. Healing, or sound, is such a great way to heal and to alter our reality and to alter our emotions and our consciousness. So you don't want to miss that concert. I will most definitely be watching that, and I'd love having all of you with me. Wow, in fact, it would work out perfectly. You might catch Erin's story at 5, and then at 6, the Healing Sound Bath concert. So let me see how I'm doing on time, because I promised you guys that I would always keep this to 11 minutes and 30 seconds. So other things that I want you to think about. If you're finding yourself a little blue these days, if you're feeling deluged by what's going on, I have been finding that dogs and kids are really cheering my spirits. A couple days ago, I shared with you my little niece Giada singing during what was supposed to be her nap time. But I also find that I'm getting tremendous joy out of watching the dogs in the neighborhood. I have a view of the green belt, and watching them run after balls and do their thing. And I was thinking this morning, what is it about dogs and kids that we all love and that draws us? And I think what it is that they don't hold back. They experience life full out. You know, like Rye, he's one of my favorite dogs here. When Rye gets a ball thrown for him, it's like it's the first time it ever happened. He's after it. His tail's wagging. He's going for it. He's having the time of his life. And he's done it a zillion times before. And I notice that when Giada sings, she sings full out. She's just putting her heart in it. She's alive, so alive in that moment. So that's what I want to suggest for all of us. Let's be like dogs and kids. Let's sing full out. Let's be present in everything that we're experiencing and experiencing the full joy of it. And if you're feeling like there's nothing that you feel joy about these days, just go online, Google dogs, Google kids, watch some videos of dogs and children, and truly, truly, let's learn from their example, because they're amazing. They are amazing and they're wonderful. In fact, I have some animal pictures I'm going to share with you today. Excuse me. Because they're so wonderful and so light up your soul. But I want to just stress before I get to that we humans have a hard time with change. You know, we have this love-hate relationship with it. On the one hand, we need change to have something new to focus on and to enhance growth and to keep us excited about life. On the other hand, on this very, very deep level, we hate the discomfort of the unfamiliar. And what we're living through right now is unfamiliar from day to day. So it's not surprising that we're uncomfortable. It's not surprising that some of us are sad or mad, or I shared with you that I shed a lot of tears over the weekend, but in that there's healing, in that there's new growth, in that there's a new way and new ideas about how to live our lives, how to make them richer and better and more beautiful. And so let's stick with that. Let's stick with wanting to do everything we can to make our lives richer and better and more beautiful. And if you need an example of animals on the planet who are finding the joy in every moment, let me share with you today these little marsupials from the island of Rottnest in West Australia. This is a quokka. Is he adorable? They're always smiling, no matter what happens. And this is a real animal. This is not something that I got from the latest is it ICG? I think it's ICG. I didn't know that dog in Call of the Wild wasn't real. I thought it was the most well-trained dog I'd ever seen, and then somebody told me it was, I think it's called ICG. Anyway, these are not ICG. These are real animals. Is that the most adorable little guy you've ever seen? So, I see my time is up, but let's all be quokkas and dogs and kids for the rest of this day, and let's see if it doesn't feel better. And please join me tomorrow at 11:30 for 11:30, because I'm going to be talking about how to stop shoulding on yourself. You know, let that shoulding thing, I have a master's degree in it, where no matter what you're doing, you're telling yourself you should be doing something else. Tomorrow we're going to talk about ending that little plague. All right, everybody, have a fabulous rest of the day. Thank you for being here, and let's keep lifting each other up. Okay, see you tomorrow.